Just like a bitch would, like a spoiled, like a scorned bitch. Of course, I'm talking about stuttering John Melendez. Yeah, I didn't just want to say John Melendez because 99% of the population don't know who the fuck John Melendez is. So you have to say stuttering John because that's who the fuck he is. Stuttering is the thing that makes him known to everybody. So he starts tweeting shit about me. He was on the show just last week. We opened up our program to Stuttering John to come in and plug his gig at the brokerage. The brokerage, which is owned by a great friend of mine, James, who had talks with me, by the way, if he even wanted that guy in the club. And I, gave my blessing. That's how fucking John even got in that place. It was literally up to me whether John would have played fucking the brokerage. And I'm like, of course. He's a good enough guy. So he comes in, he plugs his gig, he mouths off, he fucking drinks all our beer, gets belligerent drunk, and then he leaves, of course, a little pissed off, I guess. He was pissed because he's always pissed off. You notice comics, and I'm leaving him out of that category, that comics can bust each other's balls, shit on each other. I was just out there in the lobby area here at Compound Media. Myself, Aaron, and Gino Bisconti just shitting on each other for, since I've been maybe 15 minutes. And nary a tear in the room. No one started crying. No one had to step it up to perhaps a person's teenage acne or anything else that's going on, that Gino Bisconti is a raging, drunken, alcoholic gambler. We didn't have to, what? I'm saying how cool you are. Comics can bust each other's balls, and it's funny, and they get it, and they don't leave angry. Stuttering John Melendez, who is not a comic, can't take that. He cannot take slight little jokes about him and his life. His life has been an open book because of the Stern Show. So everything's fair game to, make jokes about. He doesn't get that and just turns around and just makes things very personal and not even in a joking way. See, that's the difference. People go, oh, well, John is just, turning around and saying, well, it's called jokes. You call your friend an asshole constantly, but he'll know when you're really calling him an asshole because it's your friend and you know how that dynamic is. This motherfucker, Stuttering John there, he doesn't get it. He can't take simple goofing on him about when he was on the Stern Show or some of the things he's done in his life. We're all pieces of shit in our own way. And you got to kind of take that when people goof on you, and he just can't do it. So not only do we have him on the show to plug the gig that he did last weekend, but I go down to the show, and I say I'm going down to the show on Friday to go see John at the brokerage and to see, support him. I go down there. I watch the show. My buddy Vinny was hosting. He's funny as fuck. My buddy Joe Curry, who I've known since I was 17 years old, is a comic. He was down there. He didn't go on, but he was just down there to hang out, have some fun. We were all expecting a fun-filled evening. So a couple of comics go up, and then it's John's turn to get up. Now, I watched the show, and I'll tell you a little bit about it, but when I was done and ready to leave, I said, John, hey, good job. Good job. I'll see you around. And I left. And then I came on the show and gave him that much criticism of his show. That much. I could have opened up the floodgates, but I didn't. Well, that much made John lose his fucking mind. And now the motherfucker is on Twitter just getting personal, all butthurt and angry, trying trying to talk about the way I lead my life. Oh, brother.
Well, remember, it did start last night.
Yeah.
When he texted me last night.
He texted Keith and said...
Here, we have the text.
What did he say? Fucking asshole. Here it is. Tell Anthony I said he's a lying sack of shit. My brother, Mike, and I are shocked that he would lie about his experience at my show. Look, I just told you the experience I had. It was fun. My buddy Vinny, Joe Curry, hanging with James at the bar. Bartender's great. We had some dinner. It was a great experience at the Stuttering John Melendez show. Right up until Stuttering John Melendez got on the fucking stage. This fucking guy, first of all, he comes up. He honestly looks like a drunk heckler made his way to the stage before the real comic was supposed to get on stage.
And wait, he's an opener, right?
Oh, no, he's headlining.
He's a headliner?
Yeah, he's headlining.
Shit, I thought he was an opener.
No, he was headlining because he's Stuttering John Melendez from the Howard Stern show. God forbid anything I do, I would have to say Anthony Cumia of the Opie and Anthony show. I never do that. Like these days, if I'm going on a show or I'm trying to promote something, I never even bring up that I was on the Opie and Anthony show. Very proud of what happened then, but it was something else. And I've moved on to this. We got a Milk Carton and Anthony show now. So I'm very proud of that. And that's what I want to talk about and discuss, because you move forward in your life when things happen, regardless if you want them to happen or not. I didn't want to be fired by SiriusXM over 3 years ago, but it happened, and you move forward. But he's Stuttering John from the Howard Stern show. How long has he been off the Howard Stern show, mind you? What, 15 years?
Yeah, probably.
Something like that? Whatever it was. And then, he got the gig at The Tonight Show, introducing Johnny, Jay, and the guest names, because he was Stuttering John Melendez of the Howard Stern show.
2004.
What's that?
2004.
Walked into a firestorm, a bee's nest.
What happened? Is John here?
Yeah, well, yes. It's about Stuttering John Melendez.
God,
that piece of fucking shit.
What did he say?
Excuse for a comic. This motherfucker.
Should not have shown him I kept the weed.
We have him on last week to plug his shows over there at Governor's.
I love that I don't know this. I'm looking forward to it.
This is fantastic. He
don't look happy.
We had a great time. I went down to the show.
Yeah.
I'm with my friends. Some of my friends are there. We had a great night. We had a great night. John gets off stage after he's done, and I go, "Hey, John, great job. Take it easy. I'll see you later."
Okay.
And I left.
And what was he like? Was he aloof? Was he give you the hi-hat?
No, he was like, "Hey, cool. Thanks for coming, everything." I was like, "Cool, let's see." And I left.
Thanks for take care.
So Monday, of course, yesterday, we come in here, and I talk about the gig, and I gave him some criticism with a lot of jokes in there.
Right, we were fucking around. The audience, I said it's like William Morris on Rosh Hashanah, which is a joke.
Right.
A lot of Jews there.
A lot of Jews there.
So they take off.
I said that it was the first time I was able to park in the parking lot of the brokerage. And it was Friday night. It was true. But then I said, my buddy Vinny, who was hosting the show that night, he said that Saturday night was packed. There was a lot more people.
Oh, could you imagine we could be working right now?
Right? So he put up that text again. Put up the
He's getting crazy with the
text
tweets and the text.
He sent Keith, because this is the text Keith got and sent me last night, so I'm now fucking livid. Tell Anthony, I said he's a lying sack of shit, and my brother Mike and I are shocked that he would lie about his experience at my show. Now, right before you came in...
Parking spot, you're talking about.
Parking spot. Right before you came in, I was saying the experience was great. I had Vinny, my buddy Joe Curry was down there.
Lying.
Joe Curry wasn't even on, but he was down there to hang out and have a good time. James, the owner, we're laughing our balls off.
You were complimentary.
It was great. Yeah. Yes. And then the only part of the experience that sucked was when the fucking the heckler made his way up on stage with his beer in his hand.
Who was the heckler? Like, did you know the guy or no?
Stuttering John Melendez.
Oh,
That's fucking because
He heckled
that's another.
himself?
No, because a heckler is another person who has no business being on the stage.
Okay. Listen, it'd be funny if he gets up there and goes, "I'm Stuttering John. You suck."
Suggest that to him,
This is just. I'm bathing in it.
dude.
Fantastic.
He gets up there. His show stunk. I was being
See,
nice.
he nudged the bear, and now you're being
He did. Now he got me. Let me see some of his tweets that he tweeted first. So it doesn't look like I'm just automatically losing my fucking mind.
I've been in this position.
He's been tweeting because, again, he gets personal. This was the other one. I look forward to a total character annihilation on my new podcast, which we will tape tomorrow. Look, I'm even plugging his stupid podcast. The one thing is can't stand more. Yeah. Than anything is a two-faced lying sycophant. Talks out of both sides of his bigoted mouth. Now, again,
He spelled sycophant right.
right? What was I supposed to do? Walk up to him at the club and go, "Wow, John, you suck."
Okay.
Like two sides of my mouth?
You know what, Ian? Okay, in your defense, I'm gonna try to be very serious right now.
Uh-huh.
Let's examine slowly what John is and why he's a celebrity. Howard had an internship.
Yes.
Hired 5 interns like 1988. And he was looking, I repeat this, I was a blister. He said, "I want people who are fucked up losers." That's what he said. John was the first one he hired. All right. They said, Gary came in and said, "There's a guy outside who has a bad stutter." Howard said, "Bring him in, we'll make him a star." Exact words. I used to listen all the time instead of working at the union job.
Yeah.
I couldn't move sheetrock. So I said, to myself, it's going to be funny, but maybe a little bit like he's not going to be that mean to him. From day one, as soon as John opened his mouth, Fred would go, and John would, have a fit. They figured out a year into it what to do.
Yeah.
Have him ask celebrities fucked up questions as a stutterer. If he didn't stutter, he'd be literally a receptionist at a tanning salon in Puerto Rico right now. Or Finland.
Yeah.
So now let's examine what you are.
Yeah.
You're a guy who worked hard, you got in radio, you don't stutter. You're not exactly a young Bob Redford, but
I've accepted that.
You're insanely talented, you're funny, you do perfect impressions. And one now is John. So he's insanely lucky. You're a talented guy, and he is upset that people don't think the direct opposite of that.
Right.
He can't believe that we don't think he's a great writer for Jay Leno. Yeah. He doesn't know why Leno hired him, to piss off Howard.
To piss off Howard.
In his audition.
He was being used as a pawn.
I'll end with this. In his audition for the single most coveted voiceover job in the history of television, he says the N-word. Do you think the fix is in or not? He says niggerless cage. And he got the job.
And he got the gig.
Because he's a boob.
He and the only, like I said before,
calling you on television.
Stuttering John Melendez, because if you don't put stuttering in front,
you basically
you think he's either one of the two brothers that killed their parents, or that politician that's fucking on trial.
If you don't put stuttering, you basically got a guy who stole a fucking Fiat.
Yeah. So he's stuttering John for a reason. He's not a fucking comic. He gets people to book gigs, get him gigs, and give him gigs, and an audience will show up because they were Howard Stern fans.
Yes, it shows you how much people don't give a fuck about our lives. We're so arrogant they think we know what's going on in our world. They don't. Right. John could still be friends with Howard to these people. They work for a living.
No, we're on the inside, so we see all the little ins and outs.
Very inside.
And John isn't hanging out with Howard. He's not going to have Howard stories when he hits the stage. He's going to pick up his phone and go chung 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 Siri, and then make it back, and that's a hoot.
And guess what? You borrow his phone or you give it to him. It's like a pond of Milano cookies and spit. He spit in my face.
Milano cookies.
He had to tell me the time a flight was leaving.
Yeah.
And he took my cookies by him. Very expensive. Italian imports. He takes a whole bite of Milano cookie and goes, "Hey, Artie." I had to go scrape it. It looked like drywall.
It was like Garden State brick face and stucco.
It looked like someone stuccoed my face. And it's
oatmeal.
You know what else he's good at? He was good at the. Oh, mail's great. You know what else he's good at is knowing when Howard's mad at somebody, and he comes in. He's good at piling on. He's not good at making up witty shit.
Yes.
He knows Howard wants to pile on. He'll come in and say, "Oh, Artie, what a hooker," whatever. And Howard piles on, so he thinks he's witty, and he's not. How nice you were to get back to that.
I was being really nice, giving him every
shit.
liberty, and just like not being mean or anything. And it built up. And then where's that other tweet? Let me see that one.
Is it a tweet or text?
These are tweets. These are tweets now. The one to Keith was a text. Then he just started tweeting, "Hey, Pocky, you lost a friend today. Remember that." Oh, really? I'll remember that longer than I remember you.
Okay.
You fucking lump of shit.
Look at this. Again, I like analyzing this. Hey, what is Pocky? Is that like a...
It's because I have my acne scars from when I was a kid.
Wow, this guy's like a young Rodney.
Yeah. And then let me read the rest. What good is having a huge house when you have no kids, no real friends to fill it?
Really, what the fuck is this? What's going on here? It's like the Grinch.
What does that even mean, first of all? Hey, John, at least I have a house. My wife didn't take it, you piece of shit.
It's almost too easy.
Yeah. Oh,
You didn't realize how easy of a target he is.
in a house you actually own. Wow. Oh, what a piece of shit I am.
Tried to tell me,
oh, my God.
Tried to tell me he lived next to, what's-her-face, the blonde, was Jessica Simpson. And he couldn't tell me the name because he couldn't get Simpson out. And I said, John, she's famous.
Yeah.
I live next to Jessica. Jessica. I go, Han? No. Lang? No.
If he keeps going at this rate, he'll be living with O.J. Simpson in the guest house.
O.J. lives better right now.
Yeah, he does.
He's got a dark soul. That's what this proves.
He does. He's a very bitter, angry little fucker. Where's the other one about, here it is. This is a real review of my show from my friend who heard a certain pock-faced asswipe laughing and complimenting me after the show while he was dating what looked like a teenager.
Okay, let me tell you something.
Wow, he nailed me.
I'll tell you what you got to do. You got to send authorities over to his house. He's really lost his fucking mind.
He's lost his mind.
First of all, he goes, a real review from a friend. That way,
friend. That's not. By the way, yeah, I laughed. I complimented you. Again, what was I going to do? Walk to you and go, John, you really should give this up. You stink. You stink. The only time you should be on that stage is after everyone's done with a broom.
Howard sent me one text about John. We went out to dinner, and John had spit up on the table like a 5-star restaurant. He threw up.
Yeah.
And was laughing about it. And the next day I said to Howard, I said, what's that about? And he goes, the whole text was, John's a lowlife. So, I guess that's what he thinks of him.
Yeah. I think I saw something at the bottom of that tweet, right?
First of all, now you're making it so people are seeing it now. It's on our show.
Oh, good. No, good, because I want them to know why I'm fucking laying it, because I haven't really started yet.
He's sending you reviews?
Mike, you were great on Friday at Governor's. Hilarious night. Corinne had a great time. What? Oh, it's from Mike? What does it even mean?
No, exactly. He wrote that himself.
Compliment. This is a real review of my show. Mike, who did you watch? A guy named Mike who was funny?
Wait, you realize how pathetic this is? He's repeating what a guy said. It's hearsay. Like, he's writing that.
Yeah.
That's the most pathetic thing I've ever seen in my life. He's repeating what a guy said to him.
All right, John, you were grading on Friday at Governor's.
Grading.
Hilarious night. I did have a fun night.
Oh, this is me. Well, first of all, listen. Guess where I'm not? John's show. Look, I have Alzheimer's.
That's hilarious.
I look like a mental patient who got out of a fat farm.
Oh, my God.
Is that an Izod I'm wearing?
Oh, my God.
So John is opening
He's opening a terrible can of worms.
He really is. I mean, if we pay attention to him, I've won an argument with him not talking.
Yeah, not talking.
So if he's going to go to pictures of him on the internet.
I swear I've always just tried to be nice and cordial and respectful of him. But this shit, and then he's calling out, like I said, John, I have a house.
This is all for those little
and I was with a girl that looked like a teenager. Yeah. Those are his insults to me?
Your house is called the Compound.
It's fucking...
His car's in the impound. I mean, this is how easy it is. So, getting into it with him is maybe a little like you're shooting below your league, but it is. It is fun though.
It is, and I swear to you, I'm like this to pulling out the atomic bomb. I don't want to.
Go ahead.
I don't want to.
Let's not go off early. You know what? Here's the thing: is that sure you could do that. A bunch of us have atomic bombs with him because he's a lowlife.
Because if he wants to get personal.
This is all from
I'll get personal with you.
This is all from you, by the way, uttering a few things that are kind of like mundane.
Hey, there was ample parking at Governor's.
What a friend would say to it.
Of course.
And he lost it.
Everything, and he loses his mind. He gets personal about who I'm dating.
I'm dying to know what the atom bomb
the fact that I have no kids. You really want to start talking kids, John?
First of all, I have kids. They're yours. Wait a minute.
John should never use the word kids when he's trying to insult somebody because I could fucking wrap your own kids around your head.
I almost want to leave to let you do the atomic bomb. Because I have a great parking ticket story. I want to know what the bomb.
No. Well, it's the whole. Everyone knows what it is. It's the one thing he says is off limits. His children. His children.
I can't go there.
No, I know you can, and I would never.
If you go there, I'm not going to tackle you.
I would never. I would never expect you to.
If you go there, it's time for a sandwich.
But it's one of those things that's like if you want to step it up to the umpteenth level of personal, then you're opening up the floodgates, and I could talk about, certain personal items in your life maybe that you wouldn't want anyone.
Yeah, of course. He's getting listen, those poor kids are going to have the awful time of being his kids when they're teenagers.
The stuttering Melendez's?
The other fucking students are going to Google their father.
Oh, yeah.
And it's going to be bad. It's going to be bad.
Yeah.
They're going to have Milano all over the face.
That's why. I mean, obviously, they shouldn't have to pay for his fucking idiotic.
What do you think my kids do? I don't have kids for the same thing.
Yeah. Maybe that's why I didn't have kids, John. Take a look at me and realize why I didn't have kids. You did have kids. And I'll tell you, I wouldn't post pictures of them. You should see what some fucking websites.
Slowly, the bomb's slowly easing out.
He posted a picture the other day. I swear to God, I thought Stuttering John next to a Jack in the Box.
Okay.
It was.
You guys look like you want to say it.
I'm not saying.
Man, again, why would you fuck with a guy who's funnier than you?
I would.
It's like, I never dated a comic who was good looking. Well, because I never said yes. But also, who wants a witty chick reviewing my sex?
You don't want that, right? Exactly.
I just want a dumbass who says, oh, he sucks. Like, I don't want,
and then
someone who's witty doing it.
Turns on a TV or something stupid.
Why do you think I don't have kids? For that clip of me laughing.
There you go.
Nothing. That's nothing.
Some smart people realize sometimes, kids probably aren't the best thing, for us and them.
Yeah.
Probably isn't the best thing in the world. Stuttering John, must have sneezed on a girl. The Puerto Rican part of him got her pregnant.
What do I want, the Lang name to go on?
Yeah. Oh, the Lang name. The Cumian name must continue. Why?
My friend called me up and goes, I'm at my friend's soccer game, and he's got his kids there. I got my kids there. We're going to go sleigh riding. I got the bed. And I called him back. I go, you know what I'm doing? Not that.
It just sounds exhausting.
It's exhausting, soccer game.
And then you got to feel bad for them when they end up all fucked up. You got
terrible.
You see some parents with kids, they're fucking, they're good looking or they're very talented or something. And then, you got some, I swear to God, I swear to you. Look up fucking, what's the logo for the fucking Cleveland Indians?
Oh, God. A big Indian with teeth, like a big teeth Indian.
Show me the big Indian with teeth logo.
Show me the money.
Who is that? Chief fucking Nakahoma?
No, they got rid of him, but they leave this guy because he's supposed to be not insulting. It's the most...
Yeah, there it is. There it is.
He looks like he just got dentures.
All right. I got a tear in my eye. She's off to college.
No, that's an Indian with a dental plan. Look at that.
All right, goodbye, honey. Take the car.
That's my...
Fuck that.
Native American.
Oh.
Look at those pointy eyes.
When John's your father, you're so confused you don't even know what sex you're on. That's how it happens, kids.
Look, why's the feather there? To make somebody laugh? Well, that really is. His skin could not be redder, by the way.
That is really
He's also
offensive.
good at sort of intimidating people because you think he still has that Howard power. You think, and that is intimidating.
He walks around like he's got that Howard power. And
restaurants, I've seen him do this. Mooch drinks, like, I don't want to say anything bad about coleslaw.
he is a mooch.
Yeah, and he perfected it.
He was trying to argue the point here that he like we were assholes for saying that he probably should have tossed the guys a couple of bucks when they taped his podcast. It wasn't him doing a show here. It wasn't him doing my show.
Wait a minute.
He wanted to use the studio to do a podcast from.
You know what?
And wanted it recorded and everything. The guys do it. He drank all the beer in the fucking fridge, left the bottles on the floor.
He's a lowlife.
And didn't give dime one to the guys, and Keith actually said, "Hey, look, just hook the guys up." All right, that
ain't happening.
No,
you know what? Look, I know you for a couple of months. You're one of the most generous guys I've ever met, especially in this business. And John knows Marks. I'm kind of like that too. And he fucking attacks.
Yeah,
he goes to the Comedy Cellar table. This is for the last 10 years. He does this. He sits down. He says to Esty, "I'm on Artie's tab," and I go, "Oh, that's fine." 14 hours. He's there longer than Chappelle.
Yeah.
He leaves, and they're very nice. They comp me, but something they have to charge something with his bill. They come over. They said, "John, it was insane. Like it's $400."
Yeah.
This happens to have $400 on it.
That's it.
Dumbass.
But at least he shows gratitude after that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's right. He doesn't.
Yeah, he does not at all. He expects you to do it because he's stuttering John.
He's stuttering John Melendez. Of the Howard Stern Show circa 2004.
Yeah, well, he should go with what he is now because the stuttering cleared up. He should be not funny Melendez. Not funny John.
Angry John. Yeah. Mental patient John.
He's never been funny. It's a shame. He thinks he's on the level of a writer at the Tonight Show. I can't even. It's so mind-boggling that I think I'm dreaming.
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
He doesn't understand that getting the Tonight Show gig was a joke. It was a joke and a jab.
Here's what it was. Leno, I think, is a theory, when he had to fire John as the announcer. Had to. It was like so embarrassing. To make it look save face with Howard, who was just nailing him every morning, you got to keep John as an employee at least. And he said, you're a writer. Yeah. That happens all the time with those guys.
And then they just shove him in somewhere. He sits in a writer's meeting.
What did he pitch? What jokes could he possibly have said?
What he could have pitched that actually worked.
I understand that Gary's got teeth in a wheelbarrow. Okay. I understand Artie's fat and Casey's gay. And
every question he asked of the celebrities was written by men much funnier than himself.
Tonight, Nicolas Cage and Kiki McGee. Guinea Pazienza. Honestly, we know what a good guy does. He gets another job, so Leonard doesn't have to deal with it. That's show business. The problem with John is he can't get another job. He had a parking space on the lot.
Yeah.
There are comedians who are so funny who can't get a free drink at Bahamas in Cleveland. He's got a parking spot.
Imagine
unreal.
Someone that's been working there forever, trying to make their bones, and they're driving through that parking lot and look over and see an empty space, but stuttering John is fucking spray painted.
Stuttering fucking shit-face asswipe. Honestly, has a parking space.
A parking space.
Where Freddie DeCordova used to fucking park.
That's great. I got a parking space at Governor's every time he plays there.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, come on. I mean, look, I had a parking space on the Warner Brothers lot because I was technically on the Norm Show. I said one line a week and got $35,000.
Awesome.
Noah Wiley was shooting ER.
Yeah.
He'd walk by me every day and look at me and go, now, I think Noah Wiley is a cocksucker and cunt. He's never sucked a cock. But I know what he's saying. I look like I had a Eldorado with Jersey plates. Talk about a Gindaloon move. That was my first car. He's looking at me going, that's a made member of the Lucchese family. That's a guy who's getting Gotti peppers and eggs. I'm next to him. He went to like Yale drama.
Oh, shit.
Fuck you.
You run into the phone booth with the umbrella.
They call it arcs when people have 3 episodes. I said, no, we have to do this. Hire him for 3 episodes and call it Noah's Ark. Because that's the quality of humor you get from a longshoreman.
Yeah.
But at least I did stand up. John is a stutterer.
He's
got his own spot. I can't believe it.
I said before I was saying, look, I don't go out and do things and promote myself as from the Opie and Anthony show. I just don't mention it anymore because, first of all, who gives a shit?
It's very awkward.
Secondly, I've moved on to doing this and other things. It's great.
And I apologize for that.
And I couldn't be happy. I love doing this.
This is a blast.
It's great. And this is what I do. You move forward. Even if you get fired or something happens where it's not your decision,
right.
You have to keep going.
We're the two luckiest guys in the sense that this technology came along and saved us. We would be landscapers.
Exactly. So it's, you got to see what you can do and then keep doing it.
Right.
The fact that he has to keep going and Stuttering John from the Howard Stern show from 2004.
That was he was there when Marconi invented radio. I mean, come on, John.
It was, and then but then I'm an asshole. I'm the
saying I said worse shit. I was waiting for mine. Well, he's had the laughing thing. By the way, I think my hair looked good in that.
Yeah.
He's I don't know, he's one of those guys. He's got the stuttering anger. I get it, but why go at us? Like he's not. He doesn't have any other friends.
We have been like friendly and friends.
You know how much money he owes me if I tagged up lunches and shit. And
please.
He went through the divorce, and he talks about me giving out to the public that. I loaned him $2,000. People who know me, if I loan money, I never do that. But asswipe, I loaned him $2,000. He said, "I'm gonna evict it. I'm gonna evict it. They're throwing me out." So I said, "Take it." Blah blah blah. He says, "Art, I guarantee you'll have the money on this particular date." I kept saying, "Don't say that, John. You don't have to." So I had a guy who may or may not have a Staten Island apartment. I owed him money, and the Denver didn't show up, and so I needed the cash that day. Doesn't call me. I can't get him on the phone. I get pissed, and on my podcast that 2 fucking people listen to, I said, I know John owes me $2,000. And because of that, he starts going on, my father's a quadriplegic.
Yeah.
My father's a quadriplegic. Is that a joke? What are you talking about?
That's just it. There's no jokes in his shit. Whatever we've said about John up until today has been a joke.
And
we're goofing like comics do.
And And this is just the opening act, John. This is the Clash. The Who will take stage. No, this is David Johansen at Shea Stadium. I want 2 New York Dolls songs to get the fuck off. This is the Clash's first song. The Who will take stage.
The Who will be taking the stage momentarily.
You better, you bet. Will be your sign to get the fuck out of the country.
How stupid do you have to be?
Artie's got to write his own jokes, like I've been doing since I'm 18 years old.
Right, yeah. I fucking wish I could actually remember. It was like a mental block. I blocked that act out. Some of the alleged jokes that he was presenting as jokes.
Well, you can't.
Is that a joke? It's a fugazi.
You came to see me do stand-up at the Fry's Club. I'm a friend. I'm looking at you going, he's not hearing any of this. And I'm not putting him on the spot to ask him. That's what a comic who's been doing this for 40 fucking years. Look at me. I don't make my friend listen to the act.
It was
come in and have a drink. John, what was that punch-up like? What was that setup like? I don't know, John. I'm not fucking listening to you.
What the fuck are you doing?
I'm bored with comedy. Look at me.
Yeah. I'm going to hold a fucking study course.
There's no one
room.
There's no one who can make me. Well, we laugh here, but this is a different thing. On stand-up, a guy's got to set himself on fire. I don't care anymore.
Yes.
And he expects me to listen to this shit.
Yeah. Give me some tips.
Well, you should be giving the waitress.
Yeah. Oh, perish that thought.
Again, I'm glad we went to rehearsal.
Oh, fuck.
Just off the top of your head. No, honestly, he doesn't care about anybody. The waitresses at the cellar fucking want to put a hit out on him.
I don't doubt that either.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't doubt that. He actually did show up. That was the night he was going to kick your ass.
Right.
If you
God, I was outside,
Yeah, he's like, Artie comes in, I'm going to kick his fucking ass.
I wish I walked in.
Like, what the fuck?
We're 2 50-year-olds. What's he going to do? I can't feel the ground there at shortstop anymore.
Is he still thinking like some fucking douchebag from the South Shore of Long Island?
It would be great. It'd be great if his fist also stutters. Like,
yeah.
Marcus of Queensbury. I'm going to kick your ass.
Body shot, uppercut.
Like Rock'em Robots.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, he's going to kick my ass. We're 52, John.
Yeah. No, he still thinks he's that young, brash Long Islander with the rock star career ahead of him and his long, flowing locks. And meanwhile, you're a 50-year-old fucking man that sadly has nowhere to go.
Right.
The motherfucker's got nothing. He spent the years that you're supposed to be honing some kind of craft being a joke.
There's no honing.
Being a single punchline, you stutter, and that's it. And now all those years that he was on Stern are gone. He crafted nothing. And the stuttering thing, the only thing, he doesn't even do that.
I used to say, John, you're delusional. Howard, I think a statistic came out where like at 9:12 a.m. New York time, there were 18 million people listening to us around the,
Crazy.
I said, John, listen, not one of them is because of you. Not a one.
He left. The next day, there would be exactly that amount of people there.
Because of me. Because, the guy happens to be good at what he does.
Yeah.
He's Jordan. If he goes play baseball, we got to get other jobs.
Right.
It was such a fun thing to jump. As is this. It's fun doing this. You're going to ruin it. Be the unfunny guy.
Just be
That's your
unfunny
forte.
guy.
John should be so fucking happy we're talking about him.
Even talking about him, but he
You're talking about him.
he has no clue, like no self-awareness. That's what it is. Like I think a lot of people they sell themselves short sometimes and don't give themselves enough credit.
He's the direct opposite.
Confidence. He is he has all the confidence in the world with zero reason to have it.
You got the confidence. You need the funny.
Yeah. You need anything that would make you pleasant to be around.
Yeah, exactly. And he's not. And his wife, his poor wife, who
Oh, God only knows.
talk about an atom bomb. Read some of those details.
Are there fun details about a divorce?
I mean, look, I know now I'm going to get beat up at the Comedy Cellar, but I'll accept that.
Well, yeah.
That was a big night there. That was the Jon Stewart night.
I'm in swinging. Yeah. Yeah.
I was outside with Attell. You can't smoke on stage anymore. That saved me and Attell's life because I was nervous. I smoked 5 packs.
Yeah.
And I had like 5 spots. So now you got to go outside and sit in the comedy dunk tank out there. And I said hi to you and we never went in, but that was the Jon Stewart night.
Yeah. And John Melendez, stuttering John Melendez, wanted to throw down.
Usually usually you are a John. So,
yeah, John.
But try to relax. You're happy. Try to just laugh at this. Who gives?
I do. When I first read the tweets, I was like, this motherfucker, and I still think this motherfucker.
Yeah.
But it's like he's literally a joke.
Yeah.
Like the reason he's famous is because he was a joke on a show.
The best joke in his act is him.
Yeah, that's it.
That's
right when he gets on stage, you just go like, that's the...
Good night.
And then, thank you. Drive safe.
I gotta go. He used to do whippets backstage.
Right.
I mean, talk about coming down from a cool like Keith Richards would have. He would do whippets.
Yeah.
He would ask these hot waitresses in Indianapolis, for 5 Ready Whip cans. And before he goes on, he takes his shit and he goes, "Are we on?"
Yeah.
There's whipped cream on his face.
He'd do fucking whip it.
It's just like, I'm embarrassed.
I swear to you, he walked out on stage and really you thought maybe the mic was broke and a tech was up there maybe fixing it. It couldn't possibly be the comic.
Comedy tech. A comedy tech.
A comedy tech was making sure the wire was right. And,
yeah, it's not funny for some reason. Let me check this.
Right. Can he see the red light from here? I hope someone hits it immediately.
He looks at the meter. Wait, that's John Melendez. Who the fuck let him on stage?
It's fucking terrible. There it is. There's my review of Stuttering John Friday night when I saw him.
Let's keep going.
It was so fucking bad that I was turning to my buddy Joe Curry, who was sitting next to me, and I was like, this is terrible.